Good morning, students. Welcome back to our list program. In the last class, we have implemented one operation on the list, finding an element of the list. As I told you in the last class, it is going to be used in the insertion mechanism and the deletion mechanism. That's what we are going to implement in today's class. Now let us write the coding for inserting a value into the list and removing a value from the list. Okay. It is void list type insert item. Int item. It is my formal parameter. Then see wherever I am going to insert, whether in the beginning or in the middle or in the last, wherever it is, I need a new node. Okay, yeah, empty new node. That empty new node will have two members. One is a data member and another is a pointer member. So and there should be a pointer for that empty node. For that I need a variable. Okay. So let me declare a local variable node type star new node, comma. I'm going to find values. First of all, to insert this item, I'm going to search for this item in the list. For that, I need two variables. I call them as L, comma P. Star P. Okay. Then I look for the now I accept a value. Okay. New node equal to new node type. What happens because of this? An empty node having the members data and a pointer field is created, and that empty node is pointed by this variable new node. Okay. Then what is the value in this data member of the new node? This is the value, item is the value. So how do you access that one? New node reference info equal to item. Then I search for the value item. Okay, find item. List data, comma, item, comma, L, comma, P. What happens? Find item is a function I have written here. Okay, it has parameters 1, 2, 3, 4 parameters. Okay, so same number of parameters are used here. Okay, you see here list data 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 members. This L is given for location, P is given for predlog. Okay. Now, as I told you, your mechanism should take into consideration all the three cases of inserting a node into the list. That is either in the beginning or in the middle or in the last. Okay. How do you know the value I'm going to insert item is going to be in the beginning? If this item is going to be less than any of the given item, then the item will be the first node in the list. It is going to be the first node. So how do you know that it is going to be the first node if this item is less than any of the values? You look at this. Look at this. Find item. Okay. Location starting from the beginning. If item less than location info, then what do you say? What do you say? MTS is equal to 0. There you terminate the loop. So by then the value of the product is equal to null only. Okay, only when you come inside, then the value of the product is modified. So when the value of the product is null, you can claim, you can say that you are going to insert that node in the very beginning. So that we are going to check if P is equal to, if P is equal to null, then see, I have drawn some pictures here. If P is equal to null, okay. Now, if P is equal to null, then it is going to be the least value. So what is our idea? My new node will be here. In this new node, I will have the least value that I am going to insert. And from the new node, I should make a connection to the current first node of the list. The first node is pointed by list data. So you make a connection from the new node reference next to the first item. So how do you do that? By setting, by passing the value of list data to new node reference next. A connection from the new node will be given to the node having 5. Then after that, the new node has become the first node, and that first node should be pointed by list data. So you make the list data to point what the new node is pointing. That is what the plan our now. If P is equal to null, then new node reference next is equal to list data. Then list data is equal to new node. This data is equal to new node. So by this way, we have successfully inserted a value in the beginning. Else, that is, if predlock is, if P is not equal to null, if P is not equal to null, then when do you say P is not equal to null? See, if I am inserting 12 means, then my predlock will be here, P will be here. Then the new node is somewhere here, some P reference next, I give a connection to the new node. From new node next, I give a connection to P next. So first of all, what I should do is, the value of this is P next. If I am inserting 12, then P next, the value of this P next is given to new node next. Then the P next is made to point what new node is pointing. This I will do. Okay. Else, new node reference next equal to P reference next, then P reference next equal to P reference next is equal to new node. P reference next is equal to new node. That's all. So by this way, so even if I am inserting the value 30, in that case also the P is pointing this one. Okay. So from the value of P next is given to new node next, so the new node next will be pointing null. Then P next is made to what point when new node is pointing. So connection from here will be given to this one. Okay. This is completed. Okay. So this is how we insert a node into the list. Okay. Next, I consider the case of deleting a node. We should be a little bit careful about this. Okay. You might delete from your beginning of the list or from the last element, or you might delete a middle element, or you might delete a single element list. So the logic you are going to write for this deletion item should take into consideration all these cases. Again, I tell you, you might remove an element from a single element list, or you might remove a first element of the list, or middle element of the list, or last element of the list. Okay. Void list type delete item int item. Okay. Then no type, no type, star p, because I'm going to use this find element. Find item list data comma it item comma l comma a. L comma a. Okay, what happens? What is the meaning of this one? Search for this item in the list pointed by this list data, and if it is available, make the node having this item pointed by L, and make the previous node pointed by L. Pointed by L. Okay. Now, how do you know? How do you know it is going to be a single element data, single element queue? If it is a single element queue means list means, then my prolog will be p will be null. Okay. So first of all, I display. Okay. First of all, I say if p is equal to null. If p is equal to null, then if p is null, what is the one? So after deleting that first value, my list data should move to the next one. It should move to the next one. So whether it is a single element or multiple element, whatever it be, after finding this item, location will be pointing this item. Location will be yeah, this L will be pointing that node having this item. Okay. So what I will do, I'm going to delete the node pointed by L. Okay. So I cannot simply delete it. I should make the data list data to find the next value. That's what I am doing now. So list data equal to L reference next. This data is equal to L reference next. Okay. What happens when P is not null? When P is not null, that means What is the case? This case, I want to remove 15. 15 means L will be pointing node having 15, P will be pointing the node having 10. So in that case, what I should do? I should make a connection from here to here. This is pointed by a location next. The value of location next is given to P next. So from connection from here will be given to this one. Then I can delete. That node pointed by L. Okay. Else P reference next is equal to L reference next. P reference next is equal to L reference next. Delete location. Delete location. That's all. So by this way, I can remove a value from the list. Okay. Then we have implemented almost all the operations of this. Almost all the operations of this list. Now, still one more thing, displaying the contents. That is also very easy. Void list type. What is the name of the function we have used here? The name of the function is print list. Okay. Print list. It is simply like what we have used in the linked stack and linked queue only. Okay. What we do, we make a auxiliary connection for this list data, maybe T. Then while T not equal to null, I display cout T reference info. Then T next is given to T. So T next is pointing this one. So when T next is given to T, T will be coming here. Then I display the value of 10. Then I remove the T here. So this I will do as long as T is not equal to null. That's how we do it. Okay, that is the logic we are going to follow. So node type star T is equal to list data, then while T not equal to null, cout T reference info, T equal to T reference next. T is equal to T reference next. That's all. So we close this one. What happens? T is equal to list data means T is pointing the first node. I'm checking whether the list T is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, I display the value of the first node. Then T is go to the next node. Okay. Then it is a while loop. Again, T is checked for null. If it is not equal to null, the value of the second node is also displayed. Then T is moved to the next node. Again, T is checked for null. Like this, at one stage T will become null. When the T become null, we have already displayed all the contents of the list. That is how we do it. Okay. That's how we implement all the operations of the list. Okay. Hope you have understood all the concepts, and there are many variants of this list. Okay. Circular list is there, then doubly linked list is there. What is the circular list? There is no first element, there is no last element in the list. Okay. Okay. In your list, if the last element is again pointing the first element, then that is called a circular list. That we are going to discuss in the coming class. Okay, and doubly linked list. Then applications of this list. See here, this list has application adding two polynomials. Okay, but we are going to implement also. Okay, so we will see those concepts in the coming class. Okay, bye. Come prepare in the next class.